You know, she is from right here in Chicago.
Yep.
She was the last woman standing on this past season of The Bachelor, winning the heart of Prince Farming, Chris Soules.
Prince Farming.
No.
Want the world to know that I love you, Michelle. Will you marry me?
Absolutely. Oh my God.
Please welcome Chicagoan Whitney Bischoff.
Let me see.
Have a seat. Have a seat. So it's official, you're engaged.
Official, I am engaged.
You're off the market, girl.
I am off the market, finally.
Finally. And millions of people tune into The Bachelor every single week, but for people that don't, it started with how many women?
30 women.
30 women.
The most, I think, out of any season.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
One bachelor.
One guy.
And he picked you. Did you feel like it was meant to be from the beginning?
You know, I think my strategy was going into it to just be myself. And I knew that the odds weren't really in my favor, but I thought, you know what, if I go on this and I stay true to myself, if it doesn't work out, I'm going to leave the same way that I came in.
Right.
And, you know, it was tough, you know, with 30 women and one thing that you're going after, you can imagine.
Sure. The claws come out.
The claws come out.
Right.
So I had to remind myself a lot of times of, okay, why are you here?
Yeah.
You're here for Chris. And
Was it love at first sight for you?
you know, I knew that he was the Bachelor when I was coming into it, so
Okay.
I only went because it was him. You know, if it had been anyone else, I think that, you know, I would have just chosen not to go.
How tough is it to see him kiss other women on the show? Like, you were like around the pool and then you see like people kissing, and like he like set the record for the most kissing on The Bachelor.
Right. Yeah. I think we need to bring this
I'm just curious. It's gotta be easy.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it can't be easy.
I didn't watch the season, so
Right.
you know, I lived it firsthand, and I think for me it was just a decision that I made, and Chris supported me in it, and I didn't watch it back. So, and then when we were living in the house and when we were traveling, you know, I chose to not really watch when that stuff was happening. So out of
Right.
sight, out of mind is kind of how I did it.
Right, you're strong, girl.
I
You
tried.
are strong, because let me tell you something. And I knew all of them were going to live. I would have been the one that had to go. I don't know if I could have done it. You're good.
Well, you know, I was definitely tested at times.
You were.
Oh, for sure. It's a tough situation.
Right. The one thing, though, that was remarkable is you came across, I think, incredibly real and down to earth. Like the first episode, there's some crazy girls on that episode, right? I mean,
There was some drama going on. Yeah. I mean, again, I tried just to stay away from all of that.
Do you think those girls were like really, really drama-filled, or were they just putting it on because of the show?
You know, I think that everyone was pretty genuine. I'd like to hope that they were. I mean, who
Okay.
knows?
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. That's a tough question.
I mean, you're doing such incredible, like, fantasy type traveling, and the dates are so incredible. Were you a little worried that afterwards you're like, ooh, we're just going to be left together and then eventually living on a farmhouse in the middle of nowhere?
Well, you know, what happened with this season is we really didn't travel to many exotic places aside from Bali. We stayed local, and we, you know, stayed at, you know, pretty down-to-earth places. I mean, we went to Santa Fe and South Dakota. I mean, there's nothing, you know, too fancy about that. And a lot of the dates that I had were realistic dates, you know.
And you brought Chris to Chicago, too.
I did.
He loves Chicago? Does he like it?
He loves Chicago. You know, 2 of his sisters live here. This is his, you know, one of his favorite cities. And so I'm hoping that after we're done with dancing that we'll get back here and visit.
right? Yeah, because he's on Dancing with the Stars right now, so that's got to be fun for you to watch.
It is fun. You know, the premiere was on Monday. And
We watched it.
It was fun.
I thought he did a great job.
I was thoroughly impressed.
Did you know he had those dance moves?
I did not.
There you go. Now, from the time that you met him to the time that he proposed, what's that time period? What does the show shoot?
It was about 2 months.
2 months. So in 2 months, it's possible to fall head over heels in love.
I mean, it happened for me, so yeah, it's possible.
And it's happened for a couple of other ones that you know.
Yes,
actually,
I'm good friends with Ryan from Ryan and Trista's year.
Okay.
I played college football with them. They have 3 kids now. They were the very first ones that have kind of seen it all through.
Yeah.
So it is possible.
It's possible.
And we're pulling for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, G. I got 5 minutes.
I mean, this is something that we were definitely talking about. You know, of course you didn't end up watching the season because you didn't want to see him with other ladies, but now you're going to watch him on the dance floor dancing so close and intimately with Whitney. Is that hard?
You know, before Chris signed up for Dancing with the Stars, you know, he brought it to my attention and, you know, we had a serious conversation about it. And that's something that I knew going into it, and we talked about it, and I trust him and I feel very confident in what we have. And so, you know, I look at that as, no, it doesn't bother me.
Right.
And I think Whitney is such a sweetheart. I've really gotten to know her and enjoyed spending time with her. And so it's all good.
I don't know. I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm thinking, because I watched and I saw you, and I was like, oh, look at her, there she is. But I'm thinking, can't there just be an unattractive dancer that he can be hooked up with?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And one not named Whitney.
Exactly. Aren't you kind of halfway going like, God, where's the one who like looks like his mother?
Well, his mother is gorgeous too.
Oh, she is?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
They're just, yeah, I mean, they're all beautiful dancers.
Yes,
they really are.
Well, we know that you're a fertility nurse,
Yes.
and that work is really important. It's something we've talked a lot about on the show. Actually, Val's been like, you should freeze your eggs. And I've had a lot of friends of mine actually freeze their eggs. And in the audience today is Colleen Coughlin, an embryologist and founder of aParent IVF, the fertility clinic that Whitney works at in Highland Park. Hi, Colleen.
Hi, G.
We just wanted you to tell us a little bit more about this new program that you have.
Well, after treating patients for all these years, we've launched a charitable organization. It's called the Egg Bank Foundation, because we want every woman to know about preserving her fertility options. So the organization is going to raise awareness, and it's actually going to provide grants for women who might not be able to freeze their eggs.
Oh, that's
Colleen,
That's
that is awesome. Over 30 years, and you've been responsible for over 30,000 babies. That's absolutely incredible. Of course, watch the new season of The Bachelorette on ABC.
That's right.
Beginning
And
May
you're
18th.
still working, too.
Yes, I am.
I
Yes,
know, and that
am.
has to make your heart feel so good that you know you're giving the gift of life to so
Well,
many
it's
women.
something that I'm so passionate about, and you know, I've been in the field for about 6 years, and I've had the privilege to work with such great mentors like Dr. Brian Kaplan and Colleen Coughlin at aParent, and I just didn't, you know, I think watching the season, I think it's very apparent that I was very much focused on my career, and I don't want to lose that. So I am excited to still be given the opportunity to work there.
All right.
All right, and we're going to find out more about your the place where you work and all the great work that you're doing coming up in Windy City After Dark. We're going to have more with Whitney.